Hey everyone, Steve here at the DJ Lab, and today I'm going to bust a myth about the XDJ-AZ being like having a djm-A9 and two CDJ-3000s and making you ready for the club. It's going to be a real simple video. Check this out. This is an image that I have up on the screen, and I'm going to do a slow fade transition that is a 1-to-1 exact size of what the CDJ-3000 and the A9 looks like. Now pay real close attention to the spacing of where everything is on the AZ. Watch as we morph over to the other overlay of the real-time camera, and you're going to see just that alone. It's muscle memory. If you've DJed a lot, you'll understand this as you switch between one piece of gear and another piece of gear, that muscle memory is a real thing. Knowing where to reach for things is something. And I play with different gear all the time. And every time I switch up my desk, it's a learning curve. And my mix isn't quite as good if I haven't used something in a long time, because I'm just not quite used to where everything is. I can do it. I'm just not doing it like I'm doing it in my sleep. So for that purpose right there, an XDJ is great if you're at home. But if you want it because you're going to go to a festival and you're going to go to the clubs and you're trying to prepare for that stuff, I don't think it's worth it. I think you really should buy a whole system. Buy what you're going to use. Make the investment. Second thing I want to point out, the waveforms. You see the waveforms moving on this thing? They're pretty smooth. They're not bad. Because each CDJ has its own processor doing its thing, right? The mixer has one doing its thing. On the XDJ-AZ, you might have two different processors. I think there's one that deals with the mixer, but then there's one that deals with the CDJ side of things, meaning the music. So the waveform, when you got two waveforms going on the screen like that, from one deck to the other, on the single screen, it doesn't look great. It's a little bit jittery. The frame rate's not smooth. It barely looks 30 frames a second, to be honest. And for me, because I suffer from vertigo issues and I'm kind of a bit sensitive to movement, after playing on it for a bit, it kind of makes you feel sick. Strangely enough. Hopefully you don't have that experience. Maybe it's just me and I'm unique. The other thing I noticed, I'm running these Genelec 8040 speakers that I just got recently. When I was running them with the AZ, it sounded pretty good. When I hooked up the A9, it sounded amazing. This thing here sounds almost as good as my Euphonia. And I kind of think I'd like the sound of this a little better than a V10. Could be me. I like the way the EQ sound on it. They sound way better than the DJM-900 Nexus 2 did. They just changed the way the frequencies are on the EQ. And I don't know if it's just me or not. I think the effects, the space effects, sounded better to me than they did on the AZ. I could be wrong. Fight me in the comments if you want. Prove me wrong. But to me, it sounded better. We have microphone input. Might not be important to you, but it's nice to have with those mic effects. It's kind of cool. Two USBs. So if you want to go back to back with someone who's using a computer, you can. Two headphones if you want to do that back to back. Having the screen here, I don't know. I like having the screen for my effects. It just, I don't know. Looking at the one screen over top, let's just fade back again, just to have an idea. I'm looking at that one screen. I love one screen because of my progressive glasses. I don't like looking back and forth, but it's a lot of information going on that one screen. It's big, but you take a big screen and you start throwing a bunch of stuff on it, and all of a sudden, it's getting a little crowded. Like I said, it's cool. If you just bought the XDJ-AZ and that's all you used at home and you took it out to parties, sure. And anyone who's used a CDJ-3000 and an A9 mixer could hop on this and it'd be the same thing. They'd be able to use it. They might not feel muscle memory as comfortable with it as they do with what they're used to. So let's look at that whole slow fade again. We're going to go back. And I'm just saying, if you're going to be doing this as a career, you know you're going to play festival stages and you do nightclubs all the time, this is the equipment that's going to be there. You know what I mean? It's going to be CDJ-3000 and an A9 mixer. And you can tell me that, hey, an A9 with two CDJ-3000s, it still needs two more CDJ-3000s. And if you're using an AZ, you have 4 decks. You do have 4 decks on an AZ, that's great. But that's not going to prepare you, the muscle memory, for a 4-deck system on a table with 4 CDJ-3000s. It's going to be completely different. So, me personally, I don't really need 4 decks. This one here, I can add a DJS-1000 sampler to it and do some really cool stuff. XDJ-AZ, I can't even do that. There's no send return. So that's it, man. I could have went on, made a longer video, but I want to keep it kind of short and sweet, just to say, if you're going to buy an XDJ-AZ with that whole intention of, hey, I'm going to be a festival DJ, save your money. Don't bother. It's not going to help you. I don't think. You're better off rent some stuff or save up and buy, finance it. There's a million ways to do this. And you know what I'm going to do for you as well too? I'm going to put a link in my description, and I'm going to pin a comment to my friends at zounds.com, because they have this 0% financing plan for everyone in the US with free delivery, and give you guys an opportunity to say, you know what? Bite the bullet, spend the money, get yourself a DJM A9, get some CDJ-3000s, and call it a day. You're never going to regret that decision. I've had a few friends that were going to go down that road of going an AZ, and I knew they're going to be big, successful festival DJs. And I said, you know what? Just do it. And they're not looking back. They thank me every time they see me. If you think I'm just full of it, and you do believe the AZ is something that, you know, you should really consider as a festival club DJ, comment below. Tell me your reasons why. See if you can change my mind. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the alert button, and I got new videos coming almost daily. I'll talk to you soon.